What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of The Art of Collecting. This is The Collector. In a previous episode, I did a show on should we invest in Joel Embiid. So it probably follows that I should do one for his co-star Ben Simmons as well. So without further ado, should we invest in Ben Simmons? Let's get something straight. I'm talking about investing. So if you happen to get a Ben Simmons card, a Ben Simmons autograph card from Upper Deck Authenticated or Goodwins, then that's power to you. But by investing, I mean buying Ben Simmons card at a fair market price or a reasonable market price, and then hopefully selling it for a profit in the future. So should you be buying Ben Simmons autograph cards at a fair market price in the early 2020s? No, you shouldn't, and here's why.
When Ben Simmons was drafted into the NBA, he signed an exclusive contract with Upper Deck, which gives Upper Deck the rights to be the sole producer of Ben Simmons autograph cards and memorabilia in the market. Because Upper Deck are not a licensed NBA sports card producer, Panini is, Upper Deck are not allowed to produce cards of Ben Simmons with any NBA trademarks or logos on them. Here are some examples. As you can see, they don't really look like sports cards at all. Likewise, Panini, who's the official licensed NBA sports cards producer, is only allowed to produce standard Ben Simmons cards. Basically what this means is that they can produce cards that are not of the autograph or jersey variety.
But why does this matter? To understand this, we have to analyze the current market situation.
In my previous videos, I've talked about how Panini, in order to satisfy product demand from dealers, have increased the production of cards in the market from year to year. The quantity was almost doubled from 2017 to 2018. Scarcity is the name of the game in this sports card collecting world. Rarer cards are almost always more valuable. But by increasing production of cards year after year, there are fears that this will eventually lead to a similar situation such as the card glut era of the early 1990s. I'm hoping this won't be the case, but to safeguard our investments, I've told my viewers that it's safer to collect cards that are serial numbered or autograph cards. After all, there are only so many cards a player can sign. In the event of an overproduction, these cards will hold their value better. So based on this premise, let's re-evaluate the Ben Simmons issue. Because Upper Deck is the only producer of Ben Simmons autograph cards in the market, and they are limited to what they can produce, this means that there's some serious scarcity of Ben Simmons autograph cards. So that's a good thing, right? Not exactly. It's great if you're lucky enough to pull a Ben Simmons autograph card, but it's not ideal if you're trying to buy a Ben Simmons at market price to invest in. This is because all his autograph card prices are already very high when they hit the secondary market. The higher the price, the less liquid the cards are. The less buyers there are, the smaller the market. In 2019, it was difficult to get a Ben Simmons autograph card at less than $400. Many were priced a lot higher than this. Furthermore, most collectors prefer to buy cards of players in their NBA jerseys. None of their players wearing a suit or t-shirt or college jersey as they are with these Upper Deck cards. So in the early 2020s, we've seen a drop in Ben Simmons card prices, especially in the lower end hardcourt stuff, but they're not really cards, they're considered more memorabilia. Many are trading around the $200 mark. So to summarize, my point is this: if you buy a Ben Simmons autograph card at market price, you may find it difficult to sell it at a profit later, simply because its prices are already so high to begin with. Not to mention that people are less inclined to buy players not in their team jerseys. Remember the adage, the higher the price, the harder it is to liquidate. There is an exception to this rule, and that is if Simmons plays so well in the future that he's being compared to the GOATs of the game. I'm talking about players like Wilt Chamberlain, Michael Jordan, and so on. Remember that this is the world of sports cards. For cards to appreciate significantly, he has to be a really great player. Very good doesn't cut it. So only by reaching the GOAT tier will his cards command a high enough price to make investing in Simmons worthwhile. If he ever reaches the GOAT tier, you can bet that his autograph and memorabilia cards will skyrocket. But will he reach the GOAT tier in his career? When Simmons was first drafted, he was compared to one of the greats of the game, LeBron James. They are both big, strong, and athletic, with an awesome ball handling skills. In that respect, he fits the LeBron mold perfectly. Simmons was said to be LeBron 2.0, or he has the potential to be LeBron 2.0. But how is his career tracking so far? Let's have a look. Ben Simmons has played 3 years in NBA. Have a look at his box stats across the years. These are good stats, but it's by no means fantastic. What's more is that his stat line hasn't really improved all that much since he started playing. If anything, his stat line has remained relatively static. However, he has developed into a really awesome perimeter defender and interceptor. He leads the leagues in steals with 2.1 steals per game. He is in Defensive Player of the Year conversations. So that's a step in the right direction. Another area of Ben's game that's worth mentioning is that he's very reluctant to shoot jumpers or take 3-point shots. Most of his points comes from dunks or drives. His reluctance to shoot mid-range or threes has caused spacing issues for his teammates, and if this continues later in his career, it's unlikely that he will ever be spoken about in court conversations. But that doesn't mean he can't win a championship or evolve into a really good player later on. It simply means that I'm not confident enough to say that he will become LeBron 2.0 anytime soon. With this in mind, it's unlikely that his prices will rise enough from where they are now for investors to make a profit. So the bottom line is, don't invest in Ben Simmons cards.
So that's all for today's episode, folks. Now, if you like what you see and you want to see more of this type of content, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. But for now, this is The Collector, signing out.